In 2003, Nintendo released the game Mario Party 5 for the GameCube. Soon after, Sine released a plush set inspired by the game. The set was called the Mario Party 5 plush set. One of the most desired, demanded, and sought-after plush sets ever released. So let's get into it. So let's start off with the main man, Mario. Mario has some flaws. I don't want to sound too harsh since this plush was made in 2003, and that's roughly 17 years ago, but they could have improved it. The hat has no stuffing in it, which means it can fold in on itself, which doesn't look very good. The M is a sticker, which means it can crack, which, if it's cracked, it does not look very good, so if you have one, be careful. His face, the only major flaw is basically just the mustache. The mustache is pretty low on his face, which means he doesn't really have room for a mouth. But it doesn't look that bad. His overalls are pretty baggy, which makes the plush kind of look weird. And his shoes, they have no detail. Mario's shoes should have detail on the bottoms, but this plush is lacking it. Also, his arms are pretty short. I may sound like I'm absolutely bashing this plush. It's a good plush, but they could have definitely improved on some features. So for Mario's rarity, Mario is around $100 to $200. If you find one for less, it might be a scam, and if you find one for more, it's not worth it. If you want to pick up this guy, that's the price you're gonna have to pay. And there was also a medium and large Mario for this set. The medium Mario is actually cheaper than the small Mario. The medium Mario is around $50 to $150. And the large Mario, I haven't seen a listing for this, but I'm gonna say around $600, since it is pretty rare. Let's move on to Luigi. Luigi has very similar details to Mario. The hat is not stuffed, there's a sticker on the hat, but there is actually room for a mouth with Luigi's shape, and his arms are very short, the overalls are baggy, and there's no detail on the shoes. But this plush is better than the Mario plush. It is actually taller than the Mario plush, which it should be, because it is in the game. Now let's pretty much go into the rarity of this guy. If you want a Luigi, you're gonna have to have some money for it, because this plush goes from around $200 to $400. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's willing to pay that much, but he is the rarest in the set. Now let's move on to Princess Peach. Princess Peach is an okay plush. She lacks a bunch of details that the new All-Star Peach has, per se, but it's a pretty good plush. Let's start off with the top. The crown looks pretty good. The hair also looks pretty good. And then we move on to the face. The face, it's missing a nose. Did they just leave it out? I don't know. It doesn't look right. But it just looks weird. We move further down. The arms are pretty short, which I guess it makes sense with the size of the plush, but still looks kind of weird. And then the dress is kind of big, which makes Peach look kind of fat, which Peach I don't think is very fat according to the new All-Stars Peach, but hey, this plush was released 17 years ago, so it kind of makes sense. But other than that, this plush is actually a pretty good plush. If you want a Peach plush, I don't say get this one, since it is pretty rare. Moving on to Peach's rarity, the rarity isn't as much as, let's say, Mario or Luigi, but she's still pretty rare, coming at around $50 to maybe $100. It's still pretty expensive, but if you want it, that's the price you're gonna have to pay. Moving on to Wario. Okay, this plush doesn't look that good. I see why some people may like it, but to me, it's missing out a lot of stuff, and also the All-Star Wario blew this one out of the water. So let's get into the main details of it. The hat isn't stuffed like the Mario and Luigi, and it's also a sticker for the W. And moving on to his face, the eyes seem maybe a little too small, and the nose seems larger than it should be, and the mustache, I'll let that pass. And the mouth doesn't look too great. It looks kind of oversized, but I don't know. This plush just looks weird to me, and his chin, I'm not sure. But he doesn't have sleeves like the All-Star Wario, so he has long sleeves, which is kinda cool, but still not really worth getting the plush since it is kind of expensive. The body, he's kind of skinny. Since it is Wario, he should be kind of fat. And the legs, how is he standing? The legs look way too small to hold Wario. But coming to Wario's rarity, he goes for around $50 to $100. But if you want a Wario, that's probably the price you're gonna have to pay for him. Moving on to Yoshi. Yoshi looks exceptionally good. Compared to newer releases from Sine, it doesn't look the greatest, but hey, it was 17 years ago. This plush actually looks really nice. His eyes are pretty spot on, the nose looks perfect, the cheeks stick out a little bit, but that's fine. The spikes on the back of his head, they're okay. And his stomach size, that's alright. And the tail, perfect. And the shoes, they look good. So, I don't really have much bad things to say about this plush. I really like this plush. But now coming in at Yoshi's rarity, maybe around $30 to $70. If you're paying $70 for Yoshi, that's not worth it. I say paying $50 to $30 is pretty good. And there were a medium and large size to Yoshi. The medium one is a little more than the small one, coming in around $60 to maybe $100. But if you're paying $100, that's not worth the price. And the large one, I've never seen it for sale or listed of any kind, so I'm just gonna say the same thing with Mario. It's probably around $60. Now Toad. Toad looks really good. He looks like similar to the new Super Mario Bros. Wii Toad, and he looks really nice. His head is a little too big, but hey, 17 years ago. The mushroom part of his head looks really good to all the other Toads. His arms are a little bit unstuffed, but that's okay. His vest looks pretty good. His feet, he's in a sitting position, so his feet stick out, and it looks pretty good. So, coming into Toad's rarity, probably around $30 to $60 for this plush. He's the most common in the set, and he does look pretty good. Now for Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is the only plush in the set that I personally do not have. Yet. Donkey Kong's a pretty good plush. His fists look alright. His eyes look pretty good. Like Donkey Kong should be. There's just one big problem with it. It's missing an entire stomach. Did they just leave it out? It doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. It looks it's not really noticeable for displaying it, but it's a pretty minor detail that they just left out, which doesn't really make sense. But hey, like I said on the other ones 17 years ago. Now coming in around Donkey Kong's rarity, he's around $40 to $80. He's not that rare, but it's still Donkey Kong. Now for Bowser. Bowser is personally my favorite in the set. He looks really good. On some plushies, his eyes look a little cross-eyed, and his hair is kind of patted down, but you can kind of fix the hair. The cross-eyedness is basically unfixable. The shell looks really nice, and all the spikes are pretty good, unless it's a worse condition Bowser and they could be unstuffed. His arms are perfect, how they should be, sticking out, it makes sense. And then he's pretty fat, which makes sense because it is Bowser. His feet look good, but the position he's in doesn't look the greatest. He's looking straight into the sky, which doesn't really look good for displaying, but it's still a really nice plush. Now coming in at Bowser's rarity, he's up there with Mario and Luigi, since he is a main character. Bowser comes in at around $100 to $200. Now you may be asking, why is this set so expensive and highly demanded by the community? Well, I do have one idea. It's in the form of plush tubers, which I am one of. But two in the name of Super Mario Logan and the Cute Mario Bros. Super Mario Logan uses the Mario Party 5 Mario and the Mario Party 5 Bowser. And the Cute Mario Bros. Uses the Mario Party 5 Luigi. Are you seeing a theme here? These YouTubers use these plushies, and whoever watches them wants the plushies that they use, and they're gonna buy them, which I assume made them rare, but I still don't know. Maybe it's from their old age, but these plushies are highly desired by the community, and yeah. I say if you want to pick one of these guys up, you're gonna need around $50 at least just for one of them. Like for Toad or Yoshi, that's how much you're gonna have to pay. These plushies are gonna definitely be getting rarer in the future, and if you have some, keep them in good condition, please. Also, this set inspired bootleggers. Bootleggers, you may be asking yourself, what's that? They make fake plushies of the set. And that means either like Mario, Luigi, or Bowser, there's knockoffs, which are not the official ones. And you can easily tell if your plush is fake. It just does not look right. But the problem with this set is some of the plushies already look kind of unofficial. Like Peach and Wario. But I don't know. If you find a stock image on eBay, that's where you buy these plushies, on eBay, not Amazon. But if you find a stock image of a Mario Party 5 plush, do not buy it, please. Don't buy any stock images on eBay. It's just not worth your time and not worth your money. And hey, if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't like saying that, but if you can, that would be really nice to the channel. And if you're watching this far, have a great day, guys. See ya.